gentlemen, welcome to the May 20th, 2014 Chino City Council meeting. If you'll all rise and join me in the flag salute. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Take your seat. Under ceremonials, we have our proclamation, National Public Works Week proclamation, May 18th through the 24th, 2014. I'd like to call up our Assistant City Manager and Director of Public Works, Mr. Jose Allaire. Jose? And the proclamation reads, whereas public works services provided in our community are an integral part of our citizens' everyday lives. Whereas the support of an understanding and informed citizenry is vital to the efficient operation of public works systems and programs such as water, sewer, streets, and highways, public buildings, and solid waste collection. And whereas the health, safety, and comfort of this community greatly depends on these facilities and services. Whereas the quality of effectiveness of these facilities, as well as their planning, design, and construction, is virtually dependent upon the efforts and skill of public works officials. And whereas the efficiency of the qualified and dedicated personnel who staff public works department is materially influenced by the people's attitude and understanding of the importance of the work they perform. Now, therefore, I, Dennis Yates, Mayor of the City of Chino, do hereby proclaim the week of May 18th through the 24th, 2014 as National Public Works Week. We'd like to present that to you and your folks. Yeah, these guys are the ones that are out there in the driving wind and the rainstorms and the cold at the middle of the night and the weekends. But what's the saying? I never can remember. The public works. What else it go again?
If it goes, grows, or flows, we're involved in it.
There you go. It grows, flows. That's it.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Mayor and members of the City Council, for all of your support and all the resources you give us throughout the year to get our job done. I got to tell you, I'm real pleased to see all these young faces out here for Public Works Week. I'm sure that's why they're here.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, thank you. But
they dig public works.
Dig public works, very good. But, you know, as you know, as the proclamation states, we are responsible for a lot of our infrastructure, all of our infrastructure here in the city of Chino, streets, sewer, storm drains, our water system, just to name a few. And we're always out there either digging it up to make improvements or to maintain it. And we always do appreciate our residents' cooperation and patience with us while we're out there. We are trying to maintain our community and improve it with all the improvements that we need to get done. And again, it couldn't be done without the support of the council and without the cooperation of our residents. So we are very pleased to accept this proclamation. And on behalf of the entire department, I just want to say thank you.
You tell them we appreciate all they do to keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Good job. Here's the good one, really good one. It's the Mayor's Home Beautification Award for May of 2014. And this month winner is Susan Moncrief. Susan, if you want to come on up, lives on Roswell here in the city of Chino. Here's a picture of her beautiful home. She maintains it very well.
Thank you so much.
Very nice. We'd like to give you that.
Oh.
Yeah, it's on the TV.
Wow.
Plus, I have a little proclamation. Thank you for the continued improvement and maintenance of your home, resulting in a substantial contribution to the overall appearance of our community. We appreciate what you do. Here's a pen and pencil set.
Okay.
Here's a lapel pin like I got.
Oh, wow.
And the big old sign declaring you the winner. We'd like you to post this in your yard. And in the 2015 Mayor's State of the City address, we'll pick one of the winners for the whole year. And if you win, we'll invite you to the State of the City and give you a little present and buy you lunch.
Thank you so much.
And we'd like to present that to you. And would you like to say a few words? I know you do all the work, so.
I'd like to thank everybody very much on the council for this. My goal was to have a very low water using front yard. Yeah. And so that's that was my plan, and it took me several years to get to that point, but I use 5 minutes of drip line a week in my front yard.
Wow. She used to take care of the side of the freeway too. And then they came around and tore it all out. It looked too good. Caltrans tore it out.
Caltrans didn't like that it was so green up there, I think.
Yeah, they thought there was weeds or something. Well, congratulations. You keep up the good work.
Thank you so much.
Good job. All right. Next is public communications. It's time and the place for the general public to address the city council about subjects that do not appear elsewhere on the agenda. And due to council policy and the Brown Act, action cannot be taken on any item that is not on the agenda. I have a request to call up Pastor Sheldon Boyd of the Cornerstone Community Church to join us in the invocation. If you'd like to participate, please stand. Pastor.
Let's pray. Father, as we gather together tonight, Lord, as I look around this room, I just realize once again what a wonderful city we have to live in. Thank you, Lord, for the leadership of our city. Thank you, Father, for making this such a great place to live. Father, we just ask that you will continue to bless our city, continue to give wisdom to our leaders, continue to protect those who are out serving us, whether we're talking police, fire, or our public works people, Lord, as they sometimes find themselves in positions of danger. We ask that you would just protect them, bless them, Father, in the work that they do. We're thankful, Lord, for our school, all the kids that are here tonight, Lord, and the presentations that are going to be made. Father, we just ask that you would be honored in all of this, and we ask it in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Pastor. Have a seat, folks. I have several written requests to speak. We'll start out with Marisol Guerrera from Senator Torres' office. Marisol?
Thank you. Good evening, Mayor and City Council members. And just here representing Senator Torres, I just have one quick announcement. She is having her 2014 Veteran of the Year nomination, and so I have some application forms. If you know of any veteran, we are having one female and one male nominee that would serve, and be honored for this application. We'd be happy to look it over, and they will be honored at Senator Torres' open house, which is on June 21st at our district office. More details will be provided to the City Council and to the public, of course, as soon as we get more information. And that's it. And I will leave this with, your City Clerk.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Sure.
I have several written on the same subject, and it's youth policy and tobacco awareness. Is that what all you guys are here for this evening? Or some here for government classes? So you got government, okay. Okay. The first one, written request, and you're reminded you have 5 minutes for your presentation. Alejandra Rojas. And state your name for the record, please.
Okay. Hello, my name is Alejandra Rojas, and I'm the Vice President of Students Making Change at Don Lugo High School. My Students Making Change is a club that focuses on youth policy and advocacy in the community. As students of the community, we know some of the issues that evolve. My peers and I are no strangers to the idea of advocating for what we believe in. We are no strangers to advocacy, and we have hosted 3 days on teen prevention of tobacco and e-cigarette products. I believe that a community should have both adult and youth influences, so that's why it's vital to be a productive community member. This is only a portion of what Students Making Change believes in. As a group, we created a photo voice project that illustrates the positive and negatives of the community. We went around Chino taking pictures, and as a club, we hope to help improve some of our concerns. Once again, thank you for your time. I am now going to bring up my fellow club member, Lydia.
Thank you, Alejandra. Next is Lydia Smith. Lydia?
Good evening, Mayor and City Council members. My name is Lydia. I am a student at Don Lugo High School. I am a part of the Students Making Change Club because it gives me the opportunity to advocate for community awareness amongst my peers. I have a 7-year-old sister, and as a role model, I want to be able to create a positive influence for the next generation. I have been accomplishing this by participating in school tobacco prevention advocacy days. We have done facts of the day and a fun school-wide obstacle course with tobacco facts. I am proud to be a member of this club, and thank you for all your support in the city of Chino. I will now introduce the president of the club, Arlene.
Thank you. Arlene, how do you pronounce your last name?
Godinez.
Goodness.
Hello, my name is Arlene, and I am a senior at Don Lugo High School. As a new member to the city of Chino this past year, I have noticed many positive and some negatives. An emerging issue that has caught my attention dramatically is the increased popularity of electric cigarettes within teens. I have seen many students with vape pens walking around campus in between passing periods during lunch and walking home after school. This issue is not only of interest to me because it affects my peers at school, but more so because it is affecting the younger generation. My younger sister has also witnessed the popularity of vaporizers and e-cigarettes. I do not wish for my sister and other younger generations to be exposed to such negative influences. I want the future of our city to be a bright one, where the kids are not exposed to tobacco, nicotine, and other drugs that easily. If we put more restrictions on e-cigarettes and vaporizers, I believe this would curb the habit and accessibility for teens. In the folders that are being passed to you, or have been passed, includes our projects of PSAs, videos, and calendars. This is a gift from us to you to say thanks for your support and for keeping Chino one of the best 100 communities for youth. Next, I present my club member advisors for the Youth Policy Initiative.
Arlene, I got a question for you. What is the school rules about these electric cigarettes on campus?
Oh, we don't have any. Well, yes, we
There's
do.
no-
Yes, we do. I'm sorry. Well, you can't use them.
You can't?
No, you can't. Just people use them.
They do use them anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Is Ebony Miles here?
Yes.
Ebony?
Hello. Just to clarify, the school district does have a policy where they have amended to add electronic cigarettes into their tobacco policy. So what the students are here to do today is to kind of even include that in your city tobacco policy, as some cities have been doing. You've probably been seeing in the media. So my name is Ebony Miles. I'm from the community nonprofit called Reach Out, and I'm the program coordinator for the Youth Policy Initiative. We run this program in collaboration with the Chino Valley Unified School District, and it's funded through the 2P grant. So I lead this program in 4 high schools: Chino Hills, Ayala, Don Lugo, and Chino High. I want to first thank you for taking the time to listen to these students' concerns and views and for viewing their projects throughout the year. This program has had over 70 youth participate throughout the school year, and with your help, these students are looking to make a positive change in their community. The Youth Policy Awareness Initiative is an interactive engagement and development strategy that involves high school students. The program was built to have students learn how to address youth issues within their community through policy and advocacy methods. The focus areas are on tobacco, alcohol, and drug prevention. Please do take the time to review their PSA, which is on the USB drive in your folder, the calendar that they created, along with the policy brief that they diligently worked on. Students this year chose their primary focus to be on electronic cigarettes. These devices are an emerging trend that you may be seeing in the media and news. These students are seeing an even higher trend in their high schools. According to the CDC in 2012, more than 1.78 million middle and high school students nationwide had tried electronic cigarettes. Our goal is to simply bring awareness so that a possible amendment can be made to your current tobacco policy to include e-cigarettes. Stricter regulations may cut down on the youth appeal of smoking electronic cigarettes and diminish the harmful behavior in our youth. The policy brief that was prepared for you includes several ways to assist with this harmful e-cigarette trend amongst youth. I would like to now bring up a small group of Chino High School students who assisted with the creation of a mural that they would like to present to you.
Thank you, Ebony.
So the students at Chino High School had been focusing their advocacy through art. And what they did were they kind of made like little mini postcards with slogans. Go on and take it up.
Cool.
Regarding e-cigarettes and tobacco prevention.
Why don't you
So we
turn
want
it
to.
around so the camera can get it, yeah.
Thank you. So these are just some of the students that had the opportunity to work with it, work on the project, and so we gift that to you. That is for you and the rest of the city council members. And we thank you for your time and thank you for what you do for the community.
Well, thank you, Ebony. We'll hang that in City Hall. How's that sound?
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Can we set that right?
Well, that's pretty easy. It's a state. Well, our policy in the city is obviously governed by the state. I mean, there's no smoking in restaurants or bars and all that. It's strictly a state law that we have to adhere to. Is that correct, Matt?
Correct, and we're kind of monitoring this,
Yeah.
and certainly we'll look for where to apply to
Yeah,
us.
so there is state laws against that.
That's correct,
Yeah.
it's kind of evolving.
Yeah. The big attack now, I think they're going after is the electric cigarette things. Well, a very nice presentation. It makes me feel good to see these young people get up like that. That's pretty cool. I'm assuming the rest of you young folks are here from class assignments. Is that correct?
I'm here to support tobacco.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Oh, anti-tobacco.
He says he's here to enforce tobacco. Oh, really? Support tobacco. Yeah. Okay, the rest of you, what we'd like you to do is come up to the podium, give us your name, and the class you're taking, and your school and your teacher. So why don't you all line up and don't be bashful. We have police officers here who can make you do that. So.
Anytime? Okay. Hi, I'm Michaela Sprague, and I'm a 12th grader at Don Lugo from Mr. Saday's government class.
Welcome.
Hi, hello. Hi, I'm Lorena Ordaz, and I'm from Don Lugo, and I'm a senior, and I'm from Mr. Today's class, government.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Valeria. I attend Don Lugo High School, and I'm a senior, and I am for Mr. Saday government class.
Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Hi, I'm Antoinette Franco, and I'm from Don Lugo High School, and I'm a senior, and I'm from Ms. Carpentier's government class.
Welcome.
Hello, my name is Steven Jimenez, and I'm from Don Lugo High School, and I'm representing today's government class.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Karen Andrade. I attend Don Antonio Lugo High School, and I am in Ms. Carpentier's government class.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm Amanda Torres Crawford. I'm a senior at Don Lugo, and I'm here for Mr. High Street's economics class.
Thank you for being here.
Hi, I'm Nick Rizzo. I'm a 12th grader at Don Lugo, and I represent Mr. Saday's government class.
Welcome.
Hi, my name is Damon Fabella, and I'm a 12th grader at Don Antonio Lugo High School.
You forgot what grade you were in?
12, yeah. Yeah. And I'm here for Mr. Saday's government class.
Welcome.
My name's Alex Valdez, and I'm here for Mr. Day's class.
Welcome.
Hi, my name is Joe Sandoval. I'm a senior at Don Lugo, and I'm here for Ms. Carpentier's government class.
Good to have you.
I'm Jose Cacarno. I'm a senior at Don Lugo, and I'm here for Mr. High Street's economics class.
Hi, my name is David Gonzalo. I'm a senior at Don Lugo, and I'm here for Saday's government class.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm a senior at Don Lugo, and my name is Monica Alfaro, and I'm here for Mr. High Street's econ class.
Welcome.
Hi, my name is Juan Nunez. I'm a senior at Don Lugo, and I'm here for High Street's economics class.
Thanks.
Hi, my name is Michael Zoya. I'm here for Mr. High Street's economics class at Don Lugo.
Welcome.
Good evening. My name is Gavin Wade, and I am from Ontario Christian. I'm in Mr. Cox's AP Government class.
What grade you in?
I'm a senior.
Senior?
Good evening. I'm Andres Leon, and I go to Ontario Christian. I am in 12th grade, and I attend Mr. Cox's AP Gov class.
Well, nice to have you.
Hello, I'm Jonah Hamilton. I also go to Ontario Christian, and I'm from Mr. Thompson's government class. I'm a senior.
Welcome. This is guy with the boat to the tie on.
Hello, I'm Christina Baith. I'm a senior at Ontario Christian, and I'm in Mr. Thompson's government class.
Welcome. And this one got dressed up for us tonight. Cool.
Totally. I'm Ty
Hey,
Powers.
Warren.
I go to Don Lugo. I'm a senior, and I'm here for Mr. High Street's econ class.
Welcome.
I'm Joseph Martinez. I'm here for Mr. High Street class, and I go to Don Lugo, and I'm a 12th grader.
Welcome.
Hello, I'm Brooks Zacharias. I'm a senior from Don Lugo High School, and I'm here for Mr. High Street's econ class.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm Brendan Malv, and I'm a senior at Ontario Christian. I attend Mr. Thompson's government class.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm Reese Zell. I'm a senior at Ontario Christian, and I attend Mr. T's government class.
Very good.
Hello, my name is Michael Gutierrez. I'm a 12th grader at Don Lugo, and I'm here for Mr. High Street's economy class.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Andrew Martinez. I'm a senior at Don Lugo, and I'm from Mr. High Street's econ class.
Did you play for Post 299? No.
Hi, I'm Joey Gincola, and I'm a senior at Ontario Christian, and I'm here for Mr. Cox's government class.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm Lexi Mills. I'm a senior at Ontario Christian. I'm from Mr. Cox AP Government class.
Nice to have you.
Hi, I'm Jessica Van Iwarden. I'm a senior at Ontario Christian, and I'm from Mr. Cox AP Government class.
Welcome.
Hi, my name's Antomo Corona. I'm a senior in Don Lugo High School, and I'm here for Ms. Carpentier's government class.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm Rigo. I'm Rigo. I'm a senior, and I'm the kid that accidentally supported tobacco. Sorry, I'm from Ms. Carpentier's government class.
Thank you.
My name's Louis Trotta. I'm a senior here for Mr. High Street's economics class.
Welcome.
My name is Carmen Lara. I'm a senior at Don Lugo High School, and I'm here for Ms. Carpentier's government class.
Welcome.
I'm Tyler Harris. I'm here for Ms. Carpenter's government class also. I'm also a senior at Don Lugo High School.
Very good. Welcome.
Hello, my name's Alexis. I'm a senior at Don Lugo High School, and I'm here for Mr. Saday's government class.
Well, thank you all for being here. I hope you can pick up some knowledge about local government. Glad to have you. Now, is there anybody else in the audience that would like to address the City Council on any item that is not on the agenda? Seeing none, we'll close public communication. Next is the consent calendar. Anybody wishing to pull an item for a discussion may do so now. Seeing none, we have a motion by Councilmember Ulloa, seconded by Councilmember Elrod. Please vote. Item passes unanimously. Next on the agenda is new business. Item number 9, federal asset forfeiture funds replacement vehicles. Our staff report this evening is by Chris Corbin, our tech services manager. Chris?
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of the council. I'm here tonight to seek your approval for the purchase of a new vehicle for the police department's special enforcement team. This new vehicle would replace a 2008 non-police package Toyota Tacoma originally purchased through the asset forfeiture program. The Tacoma is used on a daily basis by the special enforcement team, currently has over 102,000 miles on its odometer, and has recently required various repairs, including a transmission service. It's staff's preference to replace the Tacoma with a two-wheel drive SUV outfitted with a police package chassis, as we believe that a police package equipped vehicle is better suited to the severe duty use that will be required of it in this type of assignment. Additionally, an SUV type vehicle could also serve as an equipment truck for the special enforcement team, as well as in its primary duty of surveillance and investigative activities. Should the purchase be approved, the Toyota Tacoma would be sold at auction, and all proceeds would be returned to the city's Federal Asset Forfeiture Fund account. Additionally, the newly purchased vehicle would be added to the city's Vehicle Replacement Fund to ensure that it's managed as part of the city's overall fleet management practices. Staff recommends that the City Council appropriate $40,000 from the unappropriated reserves of the Asset Forfeiture Department of Justice Fund to purchase a police package outfitted SUV for the special enforcement team. That concludes my report.
Chris, for the young folks here, tell them what asset forfeiture funds are and where they originate from.
Well, when the police department conducts its investigative activities, at times it is allowed to acquire hard assets, tangible assets, or sometimes cash funds. And per federal law, local agencies are allowed to share in a portion of the value of those intangible assets or cash, and in turn turn them around and use them to support further investigative activities, equipment, and training needed by the officers in the department.
And so in other words, we don't use sales tax or property tax revenue to buy this vehicle.
Correct.
It's when we bust somebody with drugs that's got cash, or we'll take their car or their house and sell it. And then all the participating agencies split the money up, and then we go buy new cars to keep chasing them, right?
Exactly.
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 Very good. I'll open this for public comment. Anybody in the audience wishing to address the council on this item may do so now. Seeing none, I'll close public comment. Council members, Councilman Howie.
Yeah, Chris, does this deplete our forfeiture fund, or do we still have remaining balance in the fund?
We still have a remaining balance in our fund. I believe our balance is sitting on the order of about $400,000 currently, so we still have funds for additional activities.
Great. Thanks, Chris.
Okay, we have a motion by Councilman Howie, seconded by Mayor Pro Tem Duncan. Please vote. Item passes unanimously. Item 10, award of contract traffic signal modification, Central Avenue at Phyllis Boulevard, and approve a cooperative agreement with the City of Montclair. Our staff report this evening is by our Assistant City Manager and Director of Public Works, Mr. Jose Allaire. Mr. Allaire.
Thank you, Mayor and members of the City Council. The intersection of Central and Phillips is operated and maintained by the City of Chino. This intersection is a multi-jurisdictional intersection and is partially located in unincorporated San Bernardino County, City of Montclair, and the City of Chino. The traffic signal equipment at this intersection is in need of upgrades and repairs due to its age and the condition of this equipment. Included in this year's capital improvement program is a project to implement these required improvements. A cooperative agreement with the City of Montclair has been prepared and requires your approval this evening to fund Montclair's fair share of the project cost, which is 25%. Additionally, a cooperative agreement between the County of San Bernardino and the City of Chino was approved on March 4th to fund the county's fair share of the project, which is also 25%. Now, staff prepared plans and specifications, and a notice inviting bids was published locally. On April 16th, 11 bids were received, and DBX Incorporated of Temecula, California is the lowest responsible bidder with a bid in the amount of $119,114. In addition, staff is requesting authorization to spend $12,000 for project contingencies, bringing the total project cost to $131,114. That concludes my report, and I'd be happy to answer any questions on this item.
Thank you, Jose. Prior to council questions or comments, I'll open this for public. Anybody wishing to address the council on this item? Seeing none, I'll close public comment. Questions? I have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Duncan, seconded by Councilmember Howie. Please vote. Item passes unanimously. Item 11, award of contract, El Prado Road Rehabilitation. Again, our report by Mr. Allaire. Mr. Allaire.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. This year's Capital Improvement Program, or CIP, budget also contains a project for the construction of El Prado Road between Kimball and Mountain Avenues. Since this roadway is currently simply just 3 to 4 inches of asphalt over native soil, a complete excavation and addition of proper roadway base and new asphalt is required to bring this roadway up to city standards. On April 22nd, we went out to bid with this project, and we received 7 bids, and we opened these, and R.J. Noble Company of Orange, California is the lowest responsible bidder with a bid in the amount of $1,096,585.50. Additionally, staff is requesting authorization to spend $45,000 for project contingencies and $64,000 for construction engineering services. This brings the total project cost to $1,205,585.50, which is within the available budget. This concludes my report on this item.
Thank you, Mr. Allaire. Prior to council comment or question, I'll open for public. Anybody in the audience wishing to address the council on this item? Seeing none, I'll close public comment. Eunice?
How long is this stretch that's going to be reworked?
It's approximately, well, just a little bit less than a mile.
So $1 million a mile.
Well, freeways, what now? Freeways 5 million a mile now?
Yeah, about that. And,
About
and one
5
of the
million a
main
mile.
reasons, council member, is because we have to take out so much of the roadway. There is no base there. This makes it a little more expensive than our normal reconstruction. Like I said, it's 3 to 4 inches over native soil. We did our core samples, and that's what we discovered.
Where are they going to, are they gonna recycle the old asphalt?
Yeah, we're gonna use a process whether we're gonna put it back into the mix and use that.
seen
That's
that
why the
machine, haven't you?
contingencies on these are a little bit
Amazing.
lower than the 10% because we are able to take advantage of that technology.
Oh, great.
That was an old county road. That's the reason it's such poor shape, and we annexed that part of the county years ago. And so we inherited all their super duper neat streets out there. Anybody else? We have a motion by Councilman Elrod, seconded by Councilmember Yoloa. Please vote. Passes unanimously. Again, item 12, award of contract, street rehabilitation for fiscal year 2013-14. Again, Mr. Allaire.
Thank you, Mayor and council members. This year's CIP budget also contains a project with $2 million in it for the street rehabilitation project for this fiscal year. Back in November of 2013, a list of streets was presented to our city's street committee for their consideration. The committee selected the streets for this year's project and directed staff to prepare the improvement plans for the project. Additionally, since staff was under design with the 12th Street Storm Drain Project, the Benson and Tronquil Avenue Storm Drain and Water Line projects, the committee directed staff to coordinate these street rehab projects with these large storm drain and water line projects. This was done to maintain the ride quality and appearance of our streets after large projects such as these come through. On April 15th, the 12th Street project, storm drain project was awarded, and then on May 6th, the Benson and Tronquil storm drain project was awarded. The total amount allocated from the 1213 street rehab project was $554,100, which is consistent with what the street committee directed us to do. For the remaining streets on our list, a notice inviting bids was published, and on April 23rd, we received 6 bids. PALP Inc., Excel Paving Company of Long Beach, California, is the lowest responsible bidder with a bid in the amount of $1,313,105. In addition, staff is requesting $112,000 for contingencies, $55,000 for construction engineering services, which brings tonight's award and authorization to a total of $1,480,105. Therefore, the total amount programmed for this fiscal year, including all of the projects I listed earlier, is $2,035,000 that we're going to be putting into our streets. This concludes my report on this item.
Thank you. Before council questions or comment, anybody in the audience wishing to comment on this item? Seeing none, we'll close public comment. Eunice?
Jose, I just want to compliment staff on looking beyond just the street and going under the street and figuring out everything that needs to be repaired all in one project at one time. It sure saves a lot of street cuts and mess later. It will be difficult for a while during the construction because it's really major, but in the long run, the city benefits. So thank you very much and great job.
Thank you, and I do owe that to the infrastructure committee and the street committee that had the vision of coordinating these projects. I think it was a really good idea.
Very good. See, students, just 2 projects over $3 million and just in street paving, so it's expensive, huh? All right, we have a motion by Councilman Howie, seconded by Mayor Pro Tem Duncan. Please vote. And the item again passes in the majority. Item 13, cooperative agreement, interchange improvements at Central Avenue and State Route 60. Again, the Jose Allaire Show. Jose?
Thank you, Mayor and Council. I'll be done after this one.
Spending enough on our money, you
Yeah.
better be done.
Well, we're not
We're
done
gonna be out of
yet.
money, that's why.
Due to traffic.
Wait till you hear this one, this is a whopper. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
This is a whopper.
It is a
you're right.
whopper.
But due to traffic congestion, State Route 60 at Central has been ranked number 3 in San Bernardino County. Because it's high ranking, this project is eligible to receive funds from the Measure I Valley Freeway Interchange Program. Now, the planned improvements for this interchange include widening of the existing east and westbound ramps, widening of the Central Avenue Bridge overcrossing, and replacing the existing landscaping with enhanced hardscape and new plant material out on this location. On October 1st, 2013, the City of Chino and San Bernardino Associated Governments, or SANBAG, entered into a memorandum of understanding for the purpose of documenting the terms and conditions of this project. Subsequently, a separate cooperative agreement, which is before you tonight, was developed to identify the specific roles and responsibilities between SANBAG and the City of Chino. In this cooperative agreement, SANBAG agrees to be the lead agency for project management, planning, environmental documentation, preparation of the plan specifications, right-of-way and construction activities, the selection and retention of all consultants needed for the project, and all necessary coordination and communication with the California Department of Transportation, or Caltrans. Throughout this entire process, City of Chino staff will have the opportunity to participate and comment on all the project details. The cost of design, construction, and project management has been estimated to be $20,591,000. Per the terms of this agreement, SANBAG will be responsible for $8,097,036, and the City of Chino for a total of $12,493,964. Now, Chino's share of these funds will come from the following sources. $11,369,507 will be funded by the City of Chino's Development Impact Fee programs. $999,517 from the County of San Bernardino, and $124,940 from the City of Montclair. Now, the City of Montclair and the County of San Bernardino have been working with Chino staff on the agreements to bring in on board their fair share of this funding. Once these agreements are ready, we'll be bringing these back for your consideration and approval at that point. That concludes my report on this item.
Thank you, Jose. I sit on the SANBAG committee, and for 8 years I've been fighting. You get up there in the top 5, and you got to fight to stay up there. Me and Jose been fighting for about 8 years to keep us at least in the top 5, and so finally something's going to turn to fruition. So Jose's been working real hard for the last 15 years to get this done. So appreciate it, Jose. Anybody in the audience wish to comment on this item? We spent about $25 million of your money already. We'll close public comment. Eunice?
Jose, on the landscaping, are we gonna have any input on that at all?
Yes, we are. We've already been working with SANBAG, and we made it very clear, and they completely agree that the landscaping will need to be redone. We pointed out some of the deficiencies that are currently out there that we're all well aware of, that we've been struggling with for years. I know Mayor Yates was instrumental with SANBAG on developing new landscape requirements for all freeway interchange projects, and we will be consistent with those new requirements. There'll be a lot of hardscape, like I mentioned, and drought-tolerant material that'll be considered into the plan. And SANBAG has been very supportive of Chino's concern regarding our concerns regarding the landscaping.
Well, with the drought emergency situation the way it is right now, we absolutely do not want them to design this thing with sprinklers that go into the lanes.
Everything's been changed.
Okay.
I was chairman of the committee, and we went to a lot more hardscape. We went to planting smaller trees because they were putting the big trees, and the bulb doesn't really stay, and they die. And we're using a drip instead of the old things that would water your car when you drove by. And we're using those specific instructions for every landscape that we do in San Bernardino County now. So.
Are they gonna change the grade to do some water retention? And are they ever gonna change to recycled water?
Well, those are all details that are going to come out during the project design. It's hard to say at this point. We have the concept plans done. There's still a lot to be considered.
That's the big thing.
Recycled water the city of Chino water staff has been working to bring the recycled water lines up to closer to the 60 freeway, and once we get it to that area, then we'll be working closely with Caltrans at that point to hook the irrigation system up to recycled water. Conversations we had with the state a few years back, they were receptive to that because they understand the need for use of that recycled water instead of potable water.
We use that on the 71 now, don't we, Jose?
That is correct. We have recycled water out on the 71.
Okay, when you get some details about the landscaping, I'd really like to be able to see it on what they're gonna do on that interchange.
Yeah, I believe there's already a pallet with sandbag that we can get as an example and present it to you.
And we have a standard
and then
for
we can
every-
start commenting on
all
that.
throughout the
But
county.
you know, because of all the environmental documents that need to be completed for this, we're still a ways off from the design part of it.
Okay, thank
Yep.
you.
Any other comments?
Yeah,
Tom?
I have a couple. So Jose, good news is there'll be a lot of drought tolerant stuff. What about, is Caltrans gonna have to maintain this? That's not the good news so much.
There's your answer. I started laughing.
I mean, you know, with all the systems and, we'll
Well, the
be trying
policy
to
for
do it.
years was we had to maintain it at Sandbag for 3 years, right? And then it was changed to 5, isn't it? Don't we, Sandbag have to take care of it for 5 years?
Once a project is delivered, there is a maintenance period required of sandbag, and I cannot
Right.
recall if it's 3 or 5 years.
Well, it was
but-
3, and I think it was changed to 5. And then unfortunately, after that time, when Sandbag quits taking care of it, it's turned over to Caltrans, and they have no money, they have nobody to pull weeds or fix anything. And like the 71, all turned to weeds, and everything
Right.
died.
That's why the design is so good.
So all the freeways that Sandbag's been building, we built the 210 freeway extension all the way through, and spent millions and millions on landscaping, and turned it over to Caltrans, and now it's weeds. It's kind of a tough way to go.
And Mayor Yates, I forgot to mention, we have a representative from Sandbag in the audience tonight, Miss Paula Beauchamp, and she just
hi, Paula.
indicated
I
to
didn't see
me
it.
that it is a 5-year period that they will be maintaining
Was
the
that right?
landscaping.
Come on up, Paula, introduce yourself.
Can we extend that a couple more years?
Good evening. Yes,
Your
it
name
is-
for the record, Paula.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Paula Beauchamp from Sandbag. Yes, it is typically 3. What Sandbag has negotiated is to convert 2 of the years to maintenance years, which are a little cheaper, and to extend it to 5 years for the same cost, so that we can get those plants established.
Yeah, but I'm right, the sad part is when we turn it over to Caltrans.
Yes, but I'm pleased to say that because of Jose's interest in this, what we did is we actually spoke with the landscape personnel there, and they are aware of your desires for the plant palette,
Yeah.
also the drought tolerant, and they're actually excited about using hardscapes. So I think it's actually going to be better off than what we would normally would.
Well, I know,
see.
since we went through and revised everything, we've got a chance of keeping it alive a lot longer than we had before with the drip and the planting the smaller plants. They got a better chance of surviving now, so.
That's correct.
Yeah. Well, thank you for being here this evening. Appreciate
Sure.
it.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Yeah, I just had a couple more quick questions as far as, what's the time frame for this particular project, and also how is traffic gonna be affected on Central Avenue at the 60?
Guess.
Two easy questions.
Guess.
Well,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
traffic will be affected in the area. This is a big project. As we move along with design with Sandbag and Caltrans, more information will be coming forward. I don't have the details as to how traffic will be managed in that. So again, it's hard for me to answer that at this point. The schedule right now is our environmental approval should be completed by January of 2017. Plans and specifications scheduled to be completed by January of 2019. Construction, we anticipate starting June of 2019 and completion by December of 2020. So realize those are just
not that far away.
schedules.
5 years.
A lot can happen to upset those schedules. So, for example, if we get into construction, weather can be an issue that challenges us. If we get any environmental challenges early on, that could always delay us, and that's a very real possibility. So those are, like I said, I just want to make sure I emphasize that that is a tentative schedule. But in working with Sandbag and when these type of projects move forward, that's a pretty typical schedule of completion for a project of this magnitude.
So these seniors here will probably be out of college by the time this is completed, right?
Yeah, they'll be done.
Okay.
They
Any
might be
other
working on
questions?
the project.
Mayor Pro Tem Duncan?
Jose, how's it going to affect the retail centers that are adjacent to the freeway, like the Ben Franklin Center and the other centers?
Well, we always require that we maintain access to all of our businesses in the area. And, when we work with Sandbag and Caltrans, that's why, as part of this agreement, we had to ensure that we were going to be at the table and participating in this, because that is a critical importance to the city of Chino, as you're bringing up. So we will maintain access. For example, the Franklin Center, that's a little bit south of our scope of work, so I don't anticipate any impacts to them.
So it's not going to take any of the width of the street, it's not going to expand it down that
No,
far
the
south?
project limits are just, it's really all within the Caltrans right-of-way,
Okay.
which, is around the Valero gas station going up north, and that's where all the work will occur, and on the on and off ramps. And then it'll go up to the northerly Caltrans right-of-way, which it's by the, I don't want to say Honolulu Harry's, I can't remember the restaurant now,
Yeah.
right in that area there before those driveways.
American Grill is called now, I think.
Thank you.
Cruiser.
Right by that wash. And if that's the wash.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
Okay, we have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Duncan, seconded by Councilman Howie. Please vote. Item passes unanimously. Item 14, introduction of ordinance number 2014-010, amending Chapter 8.40 of the Municipal Code. And our staff report this evening is by our City Attorney, Mr. Jimmy Gutierrez. Jimmy?
Hello, Mayor, members of the council, and members of the audience. Before you today is an ordinance. This ordinance revises Chapter 8.4 of the City Code. The purpose of this chapter is so as to be able to collect what the city expends in making emergency responses due to hazardous waste and the cultivation and destruction of illicit drugs. Over the years, the city police department has encountered this problem, as has the fire department, the county hazmat, and these ordinances are adopted to impose a liability on those people who conduct activities that lead to these emergency responses. This ordinance was revised to make sure that have everything in place to not only go after the people that are responsible for it, but also anybody that transports these materials and anyone who owns a property, because that's the only way that the city's going to be able to collect it. There are a couple of state statutes that allow cities and public entities to collect for some of these emergency costs, but they're very few, and the courts have held that unless the city has its own ordinance, the city can't go back and collect it. So this ordinance was amplified and clarified so that we're able to go after all those response costs that the city has incurred when these emergency responses are required of our police department. And so that's what it does. I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Prior to council comment or question, anybody in the audience wishing to address the council on this issue? Seeing none, we'll close public comment. Council members, we have a motion by Council Member Howie, seconded by Mayor Pro Tem Duncan. Please vote. Item passes unanimously. Jimmy, you want to read this for?
Yes, this is ordinance number 2014-010. It reads, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Chino, California, amending Chapter 8.4 of the Chino Municipal Code.
Thank you. Next, item 15, the new business is the City Council acting in its capacity as successor agency to the Chino Redevelopment Agency, refunding of tax allocation bonds. And our staff report this evening is by Olga Hart, our billing manager. Olga?
Good evening, Chairman and members of the board.
The successor agency currently has 6 bond issues outstanding. 5 of these bonds can be refinanced to provide approximately $3.8 million in savings over the life of the bonds. These bonds include the 1998 A and B series, the 2001 A and B series, and the 2003 series. In order to comply with the new rules governing bond refinancing, the following approvals have occurred already. On February 12th, the Oversight Board directed the successor agency to commence the refinancing process. On March 18th, the successor agency approved the issuance and sale of tax allocation refunding bonds. On April 9th, the Oversight Board approved the issuance and sale of the tax allocation bonds. So tonight, I'm asking you to approve Resolution 2014-026, which will again approve the issuance of these refinancing bonds, as well as approve the necessary bond documents. The following bond documents have been prepared by the city's financing team: the indenture of trust, bond purchase agreement, the preliminary official statement, a POS, continuing disclosure agreement, the bond escrow agreements. And that concludes my report. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer.
Thank you, Olga. Prior to council question or comments, anybody in the audience wish to comment on this project? Seeing none, we'll close public comment. Council, we have a motion by Councilman Elrod, second by Mayor Pro Tem Duncan. Please vote. Item passes unanimously. Thank you, Olga. Now, under mayor and council reports, last night I had the privilege of emceeing the Chino Youth Museum bingo last night, and we had a good crowd. In fact, our 50-50 was $1,000. The last one was $1,300, so we dropped a little bit, but Gloria Smith always runs that 50-50, and she's a go-getter. She's unbelievable. We had real good turnout, and then a week or so ago, all the city council, except for Eunice, showed up at the police department at our new firing range. We got to shoot, and we got to shoot shotgun, 45 pistol, an AR-15, single shot, and full automatic.
And we all survived.
Yeah, and nobody got hurt.
That was the amazing thing.
Yeah, nobody got shot. That was the amazing thing. And so it was a lot of fun. That indoor firing range is very cool. It's very neat. And they had the whole instruction team there. I think they were there to keep us from hurting ourselves. But I haven't shot a pistol or rifle since last time I shot was 1969, when I had to qualify for the last year when I was in the Air Force. That's the last time I shot a weapon. But I still got it. Huh, Chief? Where's the chief?
Wiped out that balloon pretty good.
Yeah, that was, yep. So that was a lot of fun. Also, please join the city council and city staff in attending a proposed fiscal year 2014-15. This is really exciting. The budget workshop right here in the city council chambers tomorrow at 4 o'clock. This workshop will be a discussion and analysis of the city's proposed 2014-15 budget plan that will be set for adoption on the June 17th city council meeting. If you have any questions, you can contact the city's finance department at 909-334-3262. Also, please note that the City Hall will be closed this coming Monday, May 26th, in observance of the Memorial Day. City Hall will be open the following day and our regular hours of operation from 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. And finally, please make sure you mark your calendar for the upcoming Mayor's State of the City taking place on Thursday, June 19th at the Chapey College Chino Community Center on College Park Avenue. The event will begin at 11:30 with a check-in time of 11:15. All those wishing to attend are asked to RSVP by Thursday, June 12th. Make your payment to the Chino Valley Chamber of Commerce. And for more information, please call the chamber at 909-627-6177. This year's theme chosen for this year's event is Chino on the Move. And the theme suggests we will review the successes of 2013 has brought to the city of Chino, and we'll take a look at the community's bright future. So I hope to see you there at that presentation. Councilman Howie.
Okay, well, let's see. Last Friday night, I attended the Corporate Challenge closing ceremonies, where the city was well represented. And as far as the Corporate Challenge, if you don't know what that is, it started many years ago, where a number of companies in town with the cities get together for 2 weeks and have a number of events. It's kind of like a mini Olympics. There's all kinds of, from softball games to horseshoes and billiards, bowling, golf. There's all these different things in the cities. They all compete, and it's a team bonding ability for the cities and for the companies also. The companies use this as a tool to get their employees to bond with each other and everybody. So it's a great 2 weeks in the city, and I attended. I got to compete. Councilman Duncan and I competed in bowling, and then the city manager Matt and I did golf, and we did pretty good. Bowling, I didn't do so good. Glenn bowled good, but I think did we come in first or second place?
Second.
The city of Chino came in second.
We got
this
beat
year.
by Hussman.
Yeah, Hussman Corporation.
But we beat Chino Hills.
But we did beat Chino Hills, yes. Yeah. So that's always fun. In addition to that, I attended the FFA, the Future Farmers Dinner. They had a little dinner. I got to meet some of the kids, and their auction will be coming up in, I think it's July, where they'll be selling a lot of their animals, and that's always a good couple of weeks also in July. Last week I attended the Fire District's board meeting and was happy to see Tim Shackelford get appointed as our new fire chief. Tim's a great guy, and I think we're really looking forward to the great job he's going to do for us as our new chief. So that was last week. I was kind of sorry he's not here this evening. It's been great to see him, and we'll get him one of these weeks, right?
Well, him and all the board members are at a conference up north.
Okay.
That's why they're not here this evening.
And then I attended a WFA, Water Facilities Authority meeting for Councilman Duncan, who was out of town. And then I just got back from Las Vegas for the International Shopping Center weekend convention. I'll let Councilman Duncan elaborate more on that. But we had a lot of activity, and it was a very well attended conference last weekend, and that's about it.
Very good, thank you.
Okay.
Eunice?
Well, on May 7th, Donna Borden and her chocolate lab, and me, and Sparky, my Dalmatian.
You mean Spot?
No, Sparky. We visited the Pomona Valley Workshop Key Club for Kiwanis, which was really very nice. Her dog's extremely kind and gentle, and Sparky is too. He loves kids, so that turned out really fun. On the 15th, I attended the CDA Finance Committee. And then on the 16th,
What is the CDA?
Chino Desalter Authority.
Thank you.
That cleans up the groundwater basin.
I didn't know that.
Okay. On the 16th, I attended the Building Industry Association's Housing Element Conference. It's the first of an annual conference they're going to be holding. Gathered a lot of information about future legislation that's being suggested and supported. That's going to require double piping to housing, dual piping for recycled water, as well as pre-plumbing for PVs, for photovoltaic panels. A lot of stuff is pending. Of course, landscaping, the effect on landscaping because of the drought situation. But it's very serious stuff. Anyway, I collected a lot of information, which I'm going to turn over to our staff. And then I have a question. The southeast corner of Francis and Central is once again becoming quite an eyesore. And I know this has been a reoccurring problem for a long time.
You're talking about the Buddhist?
Yeah, it's a mess. The fence, the green fabric fencing is tearing, and there's trash and weeds, and like I said, this is a reoccurring problem. We have got to do something about that eyesore. So I'd appreciate a staff report on the next meeting. That's all.
Thank you. Mayor Pro Tem Duncan.
Yes. Well, first of all, Assistant City Manager Larry and I participated in the Corporate Challenge in racquetball, and we did really, really well. We got a silver medal. Not bad for somebody as old as us, and or especially as old as me. The only ones that beat us were a couple of young firefighters that they cleaned our clock. It's a double elimination, and they beat us twice.
Just barely.
What?
Just barely.
Yeah, like 15-3 and 15-4, I think it was. You know, but on the other
You
side,
barely made it to 5.
the gas company had us 11-3, and we turned around and beat them.
Wow.
And they were a good team. Hussman was a good team. We beat Hussman. What's really good, though, is you're out there on the court, and it's really a physical game that you're playing, but people get along really well. You build relationships with people out there on the court. And that's the value of the corporate challenge, in my opinion. And you see these companies in town that they've got their T-shirts that the employees are designed. A lot of teams put a website up there. You get to interact with people. One of the guys we bowled against from the fire department, I've known since he was 5 years old when he came in with
Your
his
son?
mom. No,
Oh.
no. You know, and he's so it's
Lost
just
it for 5 years, but that's.
it's a great event.
He's like about 55 now, isn't he?
And yeah. So, anyways, Councilman Howie alluded to the fact that we were at the International Council of Shopping Centers. That opened on Sunday, and I was there this morning. We had a lot of activity, especially on Monday. It was kind of strange opening on Sunday like it did, but we did have some real positive meetings on Sunday. Monday was an extremely busy day. I think the attendance this year was up to 35,000. At one time it had gotten to 50,000, and then it dropped as low as 20 to 25,000 during the depth of the recession, and now it's building back up again. And I believe I heard today that they're going to restructure it a little bit next year to, you know, those kiosks that you see at the mall where they sell kiosks, yeah, whatever they are, where they sell cell phones and all of that. They're going to have a whole new section just for stuff like that. But I think during the meetings that we had, we talked about every vacancy that we have in our retail section. We talked about centers in the city that are not performing or not being maintained as well as they could be to meet their potential. And there was a huge amount of interest in the city and where companies could locate here or where investment could be made in our city. So I think it was a really positive experience. We always have a good presence there compared to other cities in the area, and we always get good contacts there. This year we opened up Jersey Mike's, we opened up the Tilted Kilt, and these are all from going to the International Council of Shopping Centers. The Burlington Coat Factory, J.C. Penney's, Home Depot are all results of the International Council of Shopping Centers. So I think it's a really positive event for us. Our staff Cruz is just awesome. He puts together the schedule for us. He makes all the contacts. Nick and Mike were there. City Manager Valentine was there. And it's just all we can do to keep up with everybody. Donna DeBee was there. Donna stands up there and greets the people when they come in, so it's really, really a nice event for the city. And that's the end of my report.
Thank you. Councilman Elrod, you got a couple items.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. One item I wanted to mention was on Memorial Day at the community building, they'll be having their services at 10. So if people would like to go to that, it's always a good event every year. So, and on the other end, I am asking for your support to give to the Chino Bass Club $2,500 for their annual picnic that's held down at the Chino Fairgrounds. I'd appreciate your support on that. And also, I'd like to make a contribution to the Chino Fairground Association to help when they have their auction and everything else there of $2,500. So
we'll have to take them separately.
Okay.
First one is
16.
for the Chino Bass Club. We have a motion by Councilmember Howie, seconded by myself. Please vote. Item passes unanimously. The second is the contribution to the Junior Fairground Association. motion by Councilman Howie, seconded by Mayor Pro Tem Duncan. Please vote. Oops. Item passes unanimously. Anything else?
No,
Councilman?
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
Can we designate that Junior Fair Association for the, actually for the auction, or is it just gonna go to the Fair Association? Can we
Goes
do
to
it-
the Fair Association because they buy the trophies and,
Okay.
and things of
But-
that sort. It
but
helps
can
with the
can
funding
kinda
of
like
it.
be earmarked for the auction though? I don't know. Can it happen?
You mean to, I don't know
Well, I
exactly
guess-
how you do it, but
I mean, just for the kids, so.
yeah,
it-
all of it goes to the kids, you know,
Okay.
for their boarding of the animals and things like that,
Perfect.
so.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Good.
Okay, City Manager, Mr. Valentine, anything?
A bunch of things were covered, but I did want to thank the businesses that did participate in Corporate Challenge. Secondly, as far as the budget workshop, just as a preview, you know, our general fund operating expenses were balanced, so it should be a positive meeting tomorrow.
City Attorney, Mr. Gutierrez.
I have no report this evening.
Chief Pruitt, Police PD, anything?
I have no report, sir.
Thank you. Firefighter Stewart, anything to report? You might come up here if you have, so they can state your name and,
I'm Acting Battalion Chief Tim Stewart, Chino Valley Fire Department. Here on behalf of Tim Shockford, he's unable to make it tonight. Just wanted to extend his apologies for not being able to make it. He's up in Sacramento with our fire board attending a conference. We have a few items that we covered this month. We're in the final phases of recruitment for 10 open positions in the fire department. We started out with about 250 applicants. And, at the end of it all, we have 36 interviews coming up in the next
Wow.
couple weeks. And then past that, we're going to do our hiring of the 10 positions. We have an academy starting in September, early September. We hope to have them on the floor by sometime in late October. We had the Chief Shockford appointed as the new fire chief, just signed the contract. He's going to be our new fire chief as of last week. And also wanted to bring up that we had 8 personnel active in the Carlsbad fire incident.
Oh, yeah.
We sent our Engine 5 went out on a strike team, immediate need strike team the day of the fire. And then we had a couple trainee positions for staff, overhead staff, command staff, in addition to some line EMT paramedics that were sent down there to support operations. So we had 8 up to 9 people at the very end of the fire. So just wanted to bring that to your attention.
Very good.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for your report. Appreciate it. Okay, folks, we'll stand adjourned. The next meeting of the City Council will be a budget workshop to be held on Wednesday, May 21st at 4 p.m. in these council chambers. The next regular meeting of the City Council will be held on Tuesday, June 3rd at 7 p.m. Closed session at 6 if necessary. We stand adjourned. Have a good evening.